Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a really different kind of video for you. If you watch my vlogs then you know I have been trying to change my diet and lifestyle and stuff. So today I have got one of my go-to current recipes. If you can even call it a recipe, it's literally so easy. I don't like cooking at all. I hate cooking, but I eat this pretty much every single day. And it's just stir-fried vegetables with a side of your choice, really. Now I know stir-fries have been going on for years and years and this isn't something I've like invented, but I never would have thought of making this before because I don't like cooking. I thought I didn't really like vegetables, turns out I kind of don't mind them. And yeah, you can just do this so super quickly. I have this for lunch most of the time, sometimes I have it for dinner. I'm just going to show you the recipe. Okay, so the first thing you are going to want to do, assuming you're using the same veggies as me, is chop up some garlic, although I don't know why I said first thing, it doesn't really matter what order you do it in. So here I'm just chopping up garlic. I used a really big clove of garlic because I just love garlic. Then I chopped up about half a red onion. It was kind of just what I had left from the last time I made it, and I just sliced that up and then chopped it up as well. You can obviously use white onion, I just prefer red. I think that they kind of taste nicer. I don't know, they certainly look nicer because they're kind of purpley. Next, for another bit of onion, I used a spring onion, which I just chopped up one of those. And then celery. I used a whole celery stalk. Is it called a stalk? I'm not really sure what you'd call it, but just a whole thing of celery. Chopped that up. I halved it and then halved it again. And then I only had 2 cherry tomatoes left, so that's all I used. I usually will use about 4. And then slicing up a yellow pepper as well. Actually made this in the morning and put it all into a bowl. I made it after I'm making my breakfast, so yeah. Then my favourite bit, I am slicing up some Spanish chorizo. Obviously if you're a vegetarian or vegan, do not include this, but it's just so yummy. It gives it just a really nice bit of taste in between all the vegetables, and it goes so crisp when you fry it up as well. It's so good. And then last but not least, I am using kale as well. Other things I have used are mushrooms, and they work really nicely as well. For my spray, I'm using Frylight and I'm using the garlic infused version. Obviously you can just use any low calorie cooking spray if you are doing this for a healthier option. And then I just bung it all into my wok. You can use a frying pan. I like using a wok. Make sure that you do use a non-stick frying pan though if you do use a frying pan. And now here comes the stirring and frying. I just keep this moving around. You don't have to continuously stir it, to be honest. Just make sure it's not sticking to the sides or to the bottom, so just move it around a lot. And yeah, that's kind of it for the method. Going back to other things you could add into this, obviously you could use most vegetables that do fry well. Like I wouldn't imagine using cucumber would work, but any vegetables that are kind of similar to these ones that I've used would also be really good. And like I said, I've used mushrooms before. I actually really don't like mushrooms, but I can't taste them in this dish at all. And you can't taste the kale either. I know kale can sometimes have a bit of a questionable taste, but I can't taste it in this at all. And yeah, I really like putting mushrooms in because I can't taste them and they're good for you, so that's even better. Oh, sometimes I add broccoli and cauliflower to this as well, but I use one from the freezer, so I have to boil it up. I don't stir it in with this, I just boil it in some water. When that is looking kind of done, I just turn off the hob and just leave it in the pan. It does stay hot for quite some time, so don't worry about it getting cold. And now you have to decide what you want to have with it. This particular time I had scrambled eggs with it, which I know doesn't sound like it would work, but it really does. It's really nice, works really well, and I add a little bit of granulated garlic to the scrambled eggs as well. I love garlic. Other things I've had this with, I have had them with quinoa and whole grain sort of stuff. And when I cook this is when I cook the broccoli and the green beans and the cauliflower, because I just boil it all in the same hob, all in the same pan, which makes life easier. That's from Aldi. It's really cheap, really nice. And I've also put the vegetables in whole grain wraps before. You could really have this with most things as a sort of side dish, but like I said, today I'm having it with scrambled eggs. I like my scrambled eggs kind of runny, although they're not as runny as I would like them on this day, but they still tasted really nice. And now we are just adding the stir-fried vegetables. I know it doesn't look like much, but I know it doesn't even look very nice probably, but I just wanted to show you that if you hate cooking and you're trying to eat healthy still, it can be done. And because this took me literally, it takes about 10 minutes to be honest, and I actually think it does look nice, but that's just because I eat it every day and I know what it tastes like. But yeah, I really like it, and I hope you do too if you try it out. Okay guys, so that is my stir-fried lunch that I have a lot. I really hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you feel like trying it, or if you're gonna sort of modify it in a kind of way. If you like this video and want to see more like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you really soon. Bye!